In this video, we're simply being asked to find out what r is equal to. Okay, so what do we need to do? Well, in order to solve for r, we need to have r all by itself, preferably on the left-hand side of the equal sign, but it's not too important. If it's on the right-hand side, we can always move it. Okay, we need to solve for r. We need it by itself. We need everything else to be on the other side of the equal sign. In this case, we already have the r on the left-hand side, so we're going to leave that there. We're going to move all these other terms, or in this case, term. We're going to simplify this term, and we're going to move it to the other side of the equal sign. And then we're going to simplify the right-hand side. Okay, and that will give us what r is equal to. Okay, so we're going to start. We're just going to rewrite r, because we're not doing anything with that. Now, inside this bracket, we have a -6. On the outside of this bracket, or parentheses, we also have a negative. So in order to drop these parentheses, which we need to do before we can continue solving our problem, we need to multiply these two signs together. So negative times -6, so negative times negative, two signs that are the same multiplied together, always gives us a positive answer. Okay, I know it seems weird. It's going to be +6. But whether it was a positive times a positive or a negative times a negative, if the signs are the same, when we multiply them together, we always get a positive, okay? So we started with r minus bracket -6, close bracket, and what we got was r plus 6, okay? And this is still equal to 13 because we didn't change anything yet on the right-hand side of the equal sign. Okay, now we've simplified the second term, but r, it's not by itself yet, right? We still have this +6 here. Okay, so how are we going to get r by itself? Well, if we have a +6 here, if we subtract a 6 or add a -6, which is exactly the same thing, okay? Subtract a 6 or add a -6 from both sides. We can't just do one side, but if we do it to both sides, we will get rid of this 6 here, okay? Because what we want to do is we want to do the opposite action. So if this is add a 6 or add a +6, if we add a -6, they're going to cancel, okay? So let's do that. So we're going to take a -6, we're going to add that to this side of the equation, and then on the other side of the equation, so that was left-hand side, on the right-hand side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add a -6, okay? So let's see, we have -6, we're going to combine our like terms. So we have -6 plus 6, that's 0, right? These two terms are going to cancel, and that's what we wanted. All we have left now on the left-hand side is this r, okay? And that's equal to 13 plus -6. So we're just going to simplify this a bit. We've got our 13. In order to get rid of these brackets, we're going to have to say positive times a -6. Well, if the signs are different, whether it's a positive times a negative or a negative times a positive, the answer is going to be negative. So this is just -6. So we have r equals 13 minus 6. So r equals 7. And that's our answer. R equals 7. If you would like to learn how to quickly study for your GED exam online and get a new resume, then visit testprepskills.com.